I'm going to present to you the very exciting new game of Konverson. The aim of the game, which is played by 4 colors, red allied with green and blue allied with yellow, consists in putting pawns on a board. Here we have a board 13 by 13, but the boards can be of different sizes, such as to make connections between two opposite sides of the board, either north with south or west with east. Now it is the turn of player D, or yellow, which has to play 2 pawns, and it decides to place them here and here in the corner. Does it make a connection? No. Why? Because corners do not count for a connection. Now it is once more yellow's turn to play. Yellow has been sobered by its experience of putting pawns in the corners. So it puts 1 pawn here and 1 pawn here, and it makes a connection and it wins the game. In rare cases, it is not possible for one color to make a connection. In that case, we have a no connection draw. When the connection game starts, the board looks like this. It is a large board square composed of different sizes, composed of small squares called squexes. We see inside the green squexes, which here represents the interior of the board. The other regions are the 4 corners, the borders, which are the squexes which touch an edge, and the pre-borders, which are between the border and the interior. Suppose you want to put a pawn on the pre-border. You have to make sure first to have a pawn on the interior, like blue. Then the next color after blue, which is green, can put a pawn on the pre-border. And here yellow can put a pawn on the pre-border because it touches a pawn in the interior, and it can put a pawn on the border because it touches green on the pre-border. Now we see it is once more player A turn to play. It has to play 2 pawns. Previously it put only 1 because it was the first pawn of the game. When it will put 2 pawns, the square representing the blue pieces will immediately change their posture from new to old. Okay, look the effect it does. Now it will be the turn of blue to play. When blue will finish its play, immediately the pieces of color C, the green pieces, will change their posture from green squares to green green circles. Here I am going to explain a key concept of the game of Konverson, is how one color can convert pieces of the other colors to its own color by taking them into a pincer. A pincer means it has a color, a piece already on the board, and then there is alignment of pawns of other colors, and it puts a new piece at the end of this alignment. So let's look at some examples. Here blue wants to convert this yellow piece, puts a piece here, and it is converted to blue. Now this blue piece wants to convert these two by putting a new piece here. And it does not manage to convert them. Why? Because they are different colors, and you can only convert pieces that are in the old posture and of the same color. Now green here, the piece here, wants to convert these two blue pieces by putting a new green piece here. And it works because they were both old and of the same color. Now green tries to convert these two yellow pieces here by putting a green piece here. And it does not manage to convert them. Why? Because they were previously, one was old, but this one was new, and therefore it did not work.